ready. I'm ready. I don't know about you. If you love me, let me know. If you don't, please let me go. I work hard day and night just to make sure things go right. I came on the other night, find another man with my wife. Should I kill them or let them be? Lord, I couldn't believe it could happen to me. Yeah, man. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this goes to this out there to all of y'all who love to break people's heart. Oh my Lord. Come on now. Get us saw Brown. Come on. If you love me, let me know. If you don't, please let me go. Call my mommy, call myself. Ask my mother for some help. Should I stop them or let them be? No, boy. Something quick if you wanted to be free. Before I walked out, another man was in. Just couldn't believe what my eyes have seen. Everybody, yeah, 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 oh yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Woo! If you love me, let me know. If you don't, please let me go. I work hard day and night just to make sure things go right. I came home the other night, find another man with my wife. Should I kill them or let them be? Lord, I couldn't believe it could happen to me. Yeah, man. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah. If you love me, let me know. If you don't, please let me go. Call my mommy for myself. Ask my mother for some help. Should I stop them or let them be? No, boy. Something quick if you wanted to be free. Before I walked out, another man was in. Just couldn't believe what my eyes have seen. Everybody, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
Met a friend in Vegas City, he was from New Mexico. He volunteered to show us guys how the city life really goes. Took us up to Boulder Highway, up to the Hoover Dam. Then we set our course for Bullhead City, down by the Davis Dam. Bullhead City, oh what a beauty, stands out in my mind. Bullhead City, oh how pretty, a substitute is hard to find. Mm-hmm. 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 We had ourselves a good old time on the Arizona borderline. Gambled and ate at a beautiful casino, all on Nevada's time. Nothing was as captivating as Bullhead City and those giant hills hanging over the road, looking pretty. Bullhead City, oh what a beauty, stands out in my mind. Bullhead City, oh how pretty, a substitute is hard to find. Mm-hmm. 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 Now people are plenty, talk is cheap, but a good friend is hard to find. It was so nice to meet old Bob, he was so genuine. My buddy and I, two Highland boys, were so impressed back then. Such a good time we had, wouldn't mind doing it again. Bullhead City, oh what a beauty, stands out in my mind. Bullhead City, oh how pretty, a substitute is hard to find. Thank you, my friend, hope to see you again. Thank you, my friend, hope we'll see you again. Hello, friend, if we don't see you again. Thank you again for being a friend. Thank you, my friend, from New Mexico. Thank you, my friend, we miss you so. Hello, friend, sure was nice to meet you then. Hello, friend, hope we'll see you again. My old friend from New Mexico. Hello, my friend, oh, we miss you so. No, yeah.
I'll be back, y'all. Woo! Look, yeah, man. This time I telling y'all what's up. All y'all know this man. This man called Drunk Man. He don't play, you know. He tell you the truth. He give you sober words. Let me tell you something, this man. Yeah?
Drunk man, sober word. 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 Drunk man, sober word.
Mr. Quiet Sound, the tree you never fool around. But when he get hot, he can put you on the spot. You can find him by the bar, preaching like a prophet man. He can tell you what your problem is, but he ain't gonna mention nothing but his. What was on his mind before he had 2 shots? He gonna let you know soon as he get his gin in the cup.
Drunk man, sober word. 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 Drunk man, sober word.
Drunk man don't play, man. Nobody's messing him. He children, he grandma, he ma, and he mother. The voice was he white. Man, look here, you take a special woman now. Listen to this, man. Look here. It take a special kind of woman to deal with this man. This man who fool around. This man named Drunk Man. I see Drunk Man stagger home late one night. He tell he wife something and they hook in a fight. Nah, I ain't the kind of man to repeat what he say. But let me tell you, Johnny, it goes then something like this. He say, woman, you need to change, looking like your bad sister Elaine. Pack your days and get out this house. Boy, you need to cook me up some hot dog sauce. Drunk Man, what's hot dog sauce, man? You sure you mean chicken sauce? Man, you sure you get a now hot dog sauce? Man do that. But you know what is freaking me out most about Drunk Man? I say Drunk Man tell people who was who and what was what. Look here, let me tell you something. Strong man, I'ma let you know. If you're skeptical about your folks, the man you callin' Papi, if he's your real daddy. What you don't or didn't want know, drunk man gonna let you know for sure. Who going in a toast move, who walking in your bedroom shoes. Drunk man, sober word, 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 drunk man, sober word. When the man drunk, the man is getting bad, man. Ain't tired of this. Look here. I see drunk man drink a series of drinks, you know, and he's came bad for each different one. Let me tell you something. Give him gin and juice, he mug could turn loose. Give him Cavassier, he could tell you been down by Jam and Pay. Give him coconut rum and cream, he could tell you what goes smooth me. Give him Gilby's gin, the man could come and sin. Woo! Drunk man, sober word, drunk man, strong man don't play, you know. Man, look at drunk man, ain't gonna lie to you, you know. Drunk man don't lie. I see this man, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, drunk man, yeah?
I have a dream where the powerful and the powerless will sit at the same table, where the haves will see the have-nots, not as burdens, but as brothers, where class will not divide us, but conviction will unite us. I have a dream that the oligarchs will remember we must all eat, that the brown-faced neo-colonialists will remember who they are and whose they are. I have a dream that fraternities will build beyond internal architecture into a national bond, that the walls of design will give way to the bridges of brotherhood, not a fraternity of symbol, but a brotherhood of substance. I have a dream that we remain focused, that we stay in our conviction and remain fearless, that we double down, fortified, to return this Bahamaland to the foundation.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is The Foundation with Howard Grant. Grateful to be in your company. Grateful to be here with you, steady as she goes, as we continue to be able to push this and ensure that we can be able to have our voice being heard. We can be able to stand in our convictions. We can be able to speak with strength. We can be able to speak to the powers that be and say that this is the course that we must chart for a beautiful, prosperous Bahamaland. I'm grateful to be here with you guys, always being able to jam. Today is the 7th day of October. Yesterday was my father's birthday. Today, maybe your birthday. Happy birthday to you. If you're celebrating a birthday out there, I want to be able to say happy birthday to you wherever you are in the beautiful land of the living. I'm always grateful to be here. The truth of the matter is, when we identify these things and sort of have these conversations, it's important for me to be able to say to you that with humility, with humility, with an open heart, with vulnerability, I'm grateful to be here. I am truly grateful to be here. And I hope that you guys are good, man. Today we're going to get into some things. I have to do some, tomorrow's going to be Wednesday and Thursday. Now, straight up, I'm going to tell you this. We're unable to do the shows tomorrow in full length. We'll give it a shot. But I have two guests that's going to be doing some, we're going to do some pre-recording. And with those guests and the pre-recording that we do, we want to find ourselves in this kind of a position. We may just do 1 hour show tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the producer's going to do. So it's going to be a guest for Wednesday and a guest for Thursday. So for the next 2 days, you'll be able to see sort of a modified approach to how we're going to be doing the show. All right. So I'm glad to be here with you guys. What's on your mind? Let's talk about these particular things. A great deal of things in the papers today. There's a great deal of things that's happening in the country today. And so let me know where you are. Let me know where your minds are. Let me know what your thoughts are. We touched on that Venezuela thing. I did an actual, we did a story, kind of took some things from the AP, Associated Press. And we did a story for the Realigner in the next issue that's going to be coming out. And I'm excited to be able to talk about that. We did a story on diversity. Well, these are the stories that I was able to kind of make modifications to and strengthen and do, kind of do from me. Customer service. We talked about customer service story that I did. We did a story for diversification. Dissecting leadership, constituency first approach. We did a story for that. And last night I was able to put a story together for the Venezuela prospect and the things that's happening in Venezuela. So we're going to have a good conversation about those things and how it affects us and how it's affecting the entire region. And so I want you guys to be able to be a part of that and see exactly what's what. Give me a call, man. If you want to be able to be a part of it, if you want to be able to get your stuff in, you can do that by 7, 8 o'clock tonight. If you want to be able to do that, today is the final day. Put that up for me. That person's be able to see that. Today is the final day for us to be able to talk about this. The Realigner, if you want to be able to do some advertisements with us, final call for advertisements. You can be able to do that print this Tuesday, which is October 7th, 8 p.m. Now, we don't actually go to print today, but it's important that we structure and distribute accordingly. So if you want to be able to send some stuff, add to therealigner.com or howard.r.grant@gmail.com. So you can be able to find us in there. We're going to be doing the pre-recordings today. And she's confirmed, so we should be good. Belinda Wilson is going to be with us. And tomorrow, so you'll be able to see it tomorrow. And we're going to have Michael Halkitis. Michael Halkitis has confirmed. And so you'll see that recording on Thursday. All right. So we are booked today. Shouts out to Demetrius Smith, man. Demetrius is celebrating a birthday. I don't know if you still got his picture up there. Demetrius is celebrating a birthday. Do you still have his picture up there? Yeah, put a picture up for Demetrius. He's going to be celebrating his birthday. You know that he's gone through a couple things, some tribulation, as it relates to some health issues. But he's still here, still in the land of the living. Difficulty may come, but once you're still living, there's an opportunity. There's an opportunity to praise. There's an opportunity to transform. There's an opportunity to be able to realign. You know, what really saddens me is that so many persons transition over. I watched this clip. I can't even show it to you, not on this thing here, because it's, oh my God, it's graphic. I watched this clip where the police officer pulled a gun on this black guy. Pulled the gun on him. White cop pulled the gun on a black guy. Tell the guys, get down, get down, get down. Get on your knees, get down. And this black guy, like, he's raging, he's straight tripping, right? Somebody pull a gun on you, you say, oh, was this fast enough? Is this, you know? And so he's still, you know, arguing with the cop, and he's turning around and he's arguing with whoever he's arguing with. And he's back, and he's going back and forth doing his thing. And the cop, you know, instead he's sneaking up on him with a gun. And as he's sneaking up on him, and he's turning back and forth, looking behind him, arguing with the person, and the cop continues to yell, get down, get down. Cop finally gets on him. He turns around. Cop, you know, hits him. Boom! Behind his head. You probably saw this. The guy was wearing a yellow shirt. It's like some sweatpants. Cop pops him in his head. Boom! So when he got popped, His adrenaline is all the way up. I don't know if he saw this gun. He got popped. Poof. Turns around, pulls up on his slacks, and he starts to square up with the cop. This cop got a gun. So I watch it and I tell my wife, I said, baby, you gotta look at this. This is crazy. So she said, oh my God, this man is crazy. You don't see the man have a gun? So cop saying, get down, get down. And so he's inching up on the cop. The cop is backing up with the gun drawn to his face. The guy almost like he's about to lunge at the cop. And he doesn't have a weapon or anything. Cop pops him 3 times. Boop, boop, boop. Drops. Gone. Dead. This guy's dead. And I watch it and I say to myself, there's so much unresolved issues that we have in this life, and we never know which day is going to be ours. I always get like this with you guys. I don't know why. I do, though. To be honest with you. There's so much unresolved issues that we have. There's so much unforgiveness. There's so much, so much things that's left unsaid. We haven't even given sort of paid homage and asked for forgiveness for some of the ills that we've done to people. We haven't even said to people, despite the fact that you've, wronged me, I forgive you. And you go off and leave unresolved issues on earth. That's crazy to me, man. That's crazy to me. I must tell you, man, when I tell you that I'm truly grateful to be here with you, I try to take that. I try to take my time with that. I have a project going, and all these projects that I got, money. Ooh, Jesus. And my wife watching me, right? She just watching me. She just, she gives the little stink face, little. Let me see what he can do now, right? So she's watching me, and she's all on board with this sort of an idea of what we're doing. And she knows what the intent is, and, my desires and my focus, and she knows, she knows. And I get tight when I start spending money. Tight. Woo! I just get tight. Like, it's almost like a little small, at one point it was like a sense of depression just rushed over me. I can't believe I spent this money. You want the thing. You want it, whatever the thing is, you want the thing. You gotta spend the money. You don't want to spend the money. So you're in this position. You want to spend the money. Well, you really want the thing, but you want the money. But you can't have the money and the thing. So my projects are looking beautiful, man. The paper's looking beautiful. My studio's looking beautiful. As you can see, this space is looking beautiful. These things ain't free. But as I look at it, and I say to myself, I said, boy, let me tell you something. Dead man can't even pay no bills. Now, there's some people, that's like an alleviant. Oh my God, thank God. I wouldn't have to pay bills when I die. You got to pay something. Because the wages of sin is still dead. So you got to pay something. And if you get wages for sin, you also get wages for righteousness. Talk to me. And you get paid a judgment. And so when I see these things, and when I identify these things, and when I think about these things, I just want to say to you guys that we're here, man. Take the time out. Take the time out to go kiss somebody, to hug somebody, kiss their forehead, kiss their neck, depending on who it is, kiss their elbow. You know what I'm saying? Just, you got to be able to enjoy yourself. Right? I give my wife a couple extra kisses. You know. I love her. I love her. And I want to do right by her. I really do. And we don't have much time on here. Now, I don't know whether or not there was an expectation for perfection from me, who is a stubborn mule sometimes. I don't know if there was an expectation for perfection from any of us. I don't know. But I can tell you that I'm not perfect. I'm just not perfect. I'm telling you, I know that I'm absolutely stubborn sometimes, and that's just how I believe. That's how I see it. I am. If you see me yield to you and to what you're saying to me, and I seek to apply that, I have a great deal of respect for you. A great deal. If you think you can just come to me and say, Howard, blah, 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 or whatever the hell you said, right? That's literally what I hear. Blah, 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 blah. That's right. What the hell are you talking about? What you talking about? Because I assess you very quickly. Sir, you didn't ever do nothing in your life. You can tell me not to do something. And when it's my time to go, I go on. And when it's your time to go, you content with that, with your 2-line obituary, and people just saying, praise the Lord, he was here and he gone. Bang. You okay with that? I got things to do. And not for the purposes of a eulogy. Not for the purpose of people to be able to eulogize me and say how, and pontificate of how Howard was an absolutely wonderful man. He was so good he never even walked on the ground. He floated everywhere. His size was not really weight. It was righteousness. And come on, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? We got things to do. And I don't need you to pontificate for me. I just need to know that there is a record being kept. I know this. There's a record being kept somewhere. And in the midst of that record that's being kept, I got to do right by my Father who sent me. Yeah, you may not necessarily have this belief. I keep telling you all these things to let you know that it's time for us to change, man. You got to change your attitudes. You got to change your mindset. You got to change your focus. You got to change your what was this facade of a commitment. You got to change these things. You got to change it. You got to be able to look internally. You got to be able to ask yourself some hard questions. You got to find your conviction. You got to find your strength. You got to find your passion. You got to be able to reignite those things before you dead. You are going to die. You hate to talk about it. You hate to talk about it. You hate to look within yourself and try to figure out whether or not this is going to be a long-term thing. You hate to know that there's a possibility that you won't be here soon. I don't have a problem with it. I don't fear death. I fear incompletion. I don't fear death. That's not a thing for me. I'm not concerned about if I die. I can die. You can die. But do you want to die in a rage? In a fit? Do you want to die with uncontrolled, unbridled rage? And you fighting and you slip away to death? Do you want to die as a married man, sweethearting on your wife and get a stroke? How you can see Jesus Christ on the neck? There's some things we got to do. But if you can live in this kind of an unrighteous state, you should do so with pride. We talked about this. It's time for us to stand in our convictions and our beliefs. Whatever your belief is, hold steadfast to that thing. Don't waver. When something happens, don't say, oh, Jesus. No, call your God, whoever your God is. Oh, God. No. Be specific. Oh, Buddha. Or whoever. I don't know what your thing is. But do so with clarity. And do so with strength, tenacity, determination, conviction. We got to do that. You know, I used to tell my son when he was young, life don't need another mediocre person. I told him this. Life don't need another mediocre person, another louse. How much lousy people getting pushed into this world? Lousy. And not because you're naturally lousy, you know. This is adaptability to the environment that you've been pushed in. That there isn't a task that exists here for you. And so being able to be birthed into this space, you adapt to the space that you're part of. Lousy. 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 We have a lot of lousy people in this life. Non-performing, non-producing, lousy. And nothing worse than a lousy, wicked person. You don't have the tenacity to get up and go try something. But you will try to be able to undermine and pull down something that I do. My God. Lousy. It's time for us to get rid of this stuff, man. It's time for us to find ourselves in the position of growth and development. It's time for us to be able to find our passion, our conviction. It's time for us to be able to pour into the next generation. It's time for us to be able to take our country back. We don't need no bow and arrows like Venezuela. We don't need America to be able to essentially target our leaders or, you know, set itself against our country like Venezuela. Or Haiti. We don't need that to happen for us to realize that we have to get off our laurels. It's time for us to do the right thing. It's time for us to wake up out of this stupor and find ourselves in the position of growth and development and make some things happen in this country. It's time. It's time for us to do right and move in righteousness. It's time. It's time for us to believe what we believe, steadfast, stubborn, mule-like, an ass, if you want to call it that, for what you believe. You cannot be tossed to and fro between two opinions. It's time for you to decide, who are you? What do you do? It's time. Your identity is not wrapped in the organization. Your identity is not wrapped in your church. Your identity is not wrapped in your PLP or your FNM situation. Your identity is not wrapped in your fraternity. It's not wrapped in your organization. In terms of your occupation, your business, the place that you work, your job. That's not who you are. You're called to more than this. You participate in these spaces to take the experience and prepare yourself for the purpose. That's all this is. You participate for the experience. You garner that, hold that to your chest, and then you find yourself moving towards your purpose. Now you could be able to regurgitate that in the space of purpose. Your identity is not wrapped in the external. It's in the divine call. Now, many are called and few are chosen. But the chosen ones are wrapped in the many. You got to loose me, baby. Loose. Loose me. That ain't where you're supposed to be. That ain't where you're supposed to be. Release yourself from the many and find yourself to the called and the chosen. That's what you call to be. Wake up. Wake up. Over the past month, we've woken up day and night. Seemingly, that's how it feels. We've woken up day and night to death. Vaughn Miller died over the one weekend. Vaughn Miller died. O'Neill Thurston died. And Keith McSweeney, I think this is his name, McSweeney, died. And then over the course of the next few days, you saw other persons dying from, I think, Bishop Bobby. I think he's Bishop Bobby or Pastor Bobby. I don't know him, but, he's prominently situated in place. People they're leaving. Unresolved issues. You tell somebody, but they're behind, you never fix that. My grandmother teach me how to do that, See, I watch her do that many times. She tell me stories about when she was working at Patelco and people had problems with her and she'd take them in the bathroom. She said, let me tell you something, you little... She's supervising in the bathroom in Patelco in 8 Bar Rock. Let me tell you something right now, you little... I'm your supervisor. And if you're going to have a problem, listen! Rowing in the bathroom. Not row. My grandma don't row. She say what she had to say. That's it. She ain't got no time to run on and do foolishness. She can say it loud too. So you don't have to wonder if that's what she say. She can say it loud. And when she finished telling you what she got to say, she said, now listen to me. I'm done with this. I promise you, this is my grandmother. This is my grandmother. Now listen to me. I'm done with this. Now if you're angry, that's your damn business. But I'm not angry. Are you angry? People then dead, man. Now let's get over this. This is done. And let's move forward. We have things to do. Now I apologize if I offended you, but you need to hear these things. Finish. Now if you feel like you're going to be mad afterwards, that's on you. And that's me too. I learned that from my grandmother. If you're mad with me, that's your business. When I see you, either I don't see you, or I see you like, hey, what's up? And forget like we had an issue. Because I don't have no issues with you. I got things to do. You think I got time to be worrying about you? You think I got time to be worrying about you? No, I didn't tell you. Okay, you offend me. And that's not how we do this thing here. We can cut this foolishness out. All right? Now, if you can't do this, this, and this, I'd prefer us separate and never bother. We can have a clear conversation. Clear. But I don't have no vibe with you. Like, I'm not holding a grudge. I don't have the time for that. You can dead, and I can dead. And this in my breath, this Jesus Christ breath, I can't hold it, expand it, and make sure that it gives me X amount of life. I don't have that capacity and that strength. I am a mere mortal man. I may not necessarily be what John Legend would call us ordinary, because I'm far from ordinary. It's a peculiar people. I'm a peculiar guy. But I'm a mere man. And the only strength that I have is the strength of humility, is the strength of subjection, of servitude, is the strength of acknowledgement, to supremacy, is the strength to bow and to yield that level of pride, that kind of desire to be able to be a God unto myself. To let that go. And to become the man that God called me to be. It's time for all of us to do that, guys. I am grateful to be with you. I hope that you're grateful to be in the land of the living. And I hope that you're preparing yourself to move to the purpose that God called us to move in. We're going to have a good show today, guys. We're going to talk a little bit more about some politics, some things that are in the papers. Identifies those things. If you want to join me, you know the numbers. the text line. You can be able to get on Facebook. You can get on YouTube and TikTok. Quick break. I'll be right back after this.
Stop the world. I want to get off. Stop the world and let me off. Tired of going round and round. I've played the game of love and loss. You stop the world and let me off. Stop the world and let me off. I'm tired of going round and round. I've played the game of love and loss. You stop the world and let me off. My dreams crumble, don't you see? You no longer care for me. I miss the wonders of your kiss. Why did you leave me here like this? Stop the world and let me off. I'm tired of going round and round. I've played the game of love and loss. You stop the world and let me off. Stop the world, I wanna get off. I'm tired of going round and round. I've played the game of love and loss. You stop the world and let me off. Let me off. So tired of going round and round. Stop the world and let me off. I'm tired of going round and round. I've played the game of love and loss. You stop the world and let me off. Stop the world, I wanna get off. I'm tired of going round and round. I played the game of love and loss. You stop the world and let me off.
Nassau, Bahamas, Alpha Sounds Promotions is celebrating 25 years of greatness.
Yes, 25 years of love and unity in the Bahamas.
And coming to celebrate with us is none other than Cast the Band.
Yes, Cast the Band.
Alongside Beijing sensation, Ruby. Our very own Nishi LS.
Fanshawn,
Wendy.
Lady E,
Sweet Emily.
Veronica Bishop,
Ancient Man.
Julian Believe, and the Pawn Band.
And many more. Hosted by Natural Empress and yours truly, Giselle the Wassy One.
Saturday, November 8th at Breezes Grounds, Cable Beach. Gates open at 7 p.m.
Early bird tickets are just $75. VIP access for $150 with an open bar.
Get your tickets now online at BahamasAtickets.com, or you can get them at Big Boys Cafe, Plantation Bar and Grill, and Tropics on the Bay. Alpha Sounds, 25 years of greatness.
For more information, call 822-6863.
Saturday, November 8th. Miss it, you matter what.
When I'm feeling under the weather.
All them ready tonight. All them ready tonight. Some them ready got stubby dread. Some got long locks on their head. All them ready tonight. Some them ready standing against the wall. Don't you worry, them ready won't fall. Don't you worry, they won't fall. All for one and one for all. All them ready tonight. Ready woman and ready man. Loving together and they holding hand. Ready woman and ready man. Loving together and they holding a hand. Ready woman and ready man. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. famine and plague and pestilence, wars and rumors of wars, and all of the seasons will become one. That man will try to get away from God and believe that he himself is God. But God is love, the divine one that has to give up love for all of us. All them ready, ready, ready tonight. The music's sweet and the bass line right. Sister's ready, she moving slow. Cause the daughter love it so. All them ready, ready, ready tonight. Yeah! La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Ready, are you ready? Ready. Ready, rocking, steady, ready. Ready, are you ready? Ready. Ready, rocking, steady, ready. Are you ready for the job? Hallelujah. Are you ready for the job? Tell me, brother. Are you ready for the job? Sister, sister. Are you ready for the
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Grateful to be in your company here, jamming with you. There's a couple of things I want to be able to talk to you about in the papers today. Something essential, significant, in the midst of this conversation that we're having about immigration and being able to identify the strength that we have and indicate that it's being eroded relentlessly by those from the South that are coming in, essentially being able to invade. This is perpetuated and amplified by a lot of fringe organizations, a lot of activists, a lot of these particular groups, and more specifically by the COI. The COI has taken on this kind of a position to be able to talk about the sovereignty of the nation. And through sovereignty, the branches identify immigration, labor, and other subsectors that says we don't have the autonomy, the strength, the sovereignty to be able to make these decisions the way that we need to as a result of these things happening. One of the major things was immigration and kind of wrapped into labor. In the papers today, you can be able to pick up the paper. This is the Guardian newspaper. The Bahamas, Philippines finalized its agreement on movement of labor. You'll be able to see that. Do you see that? Can you see that? This is in the business section today. And it goes on to be able to talk to us about, and Chester actually did the story, says the Bahamas and the Republic of the Philippines signed a memorandum of agreement on labor cooperation last month that deals with the movement of labor between the two countries. The protection of the workers' rights, a statement from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs explains. The statement adds that the memorandum of understanding, or agreement, was signed by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Fred Mitchell, and the Secretary of Department of Migrant Workers of the Philippines, Hans Lo Kakdak. This is the Philippines Center. This was happening in the Philippines Center in New York. According to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the memorandum of agreement framework enhances collaboration between the two countries in the area of labor mobility, workers' rights protection, recruitment governance, skills development, and mutual best practices in labor administration. The memorandum of agreement commits to strengthen cooperation to promote safe, orderly, and fair labor mobility between the two countries, with particular focus on safeguarding migrant workers, improving working conditions, and supporting skills development that matches market needs in both economies. In both economies is crazy. In both economies is bananas. Because I remember seeing a vision, or not a vision, a visual rather, a picture that spoke to the difference between. It spoke to the difference between equality, equity, and there's sort of an equilibrium that exists in there. And we have been given an opportunity in the pursuit of equality. But a lot of persons don't necessarily see it like that. I can get that visual, I can put it on here. A lot of persons don't see it like that. And when we look at a population like the Philippines, let me do this. What's the population? What's the population of the Philippines?
In 2024, the population of the Philippines was 115,843,670.
115 million, 0.8 in 2024. Compare that to the same year census took in our country, 390 something thousand. We rounded it off. I think it was 396,000 persons. We rounded it off to about 400,000 persons. And there are actually conversations that would actually indicate that a good percentage of those persons are migrants, illegal or otherwise. And so I'd like to be able to talk to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to find out there's sort of a skills gap that exists in this particular space and what our expectations are to be able to receive from the Philippines. And this kind of a fair trade, what does that mean for persons here in the country? The opportunity to be able to go off to the Philippines and learn, I guess it's cultural exchange would be great. But what do we learn? What do we come back home with? I know they have industry heavy over there. And so I'd like to know about sort of the depth of the decision that was made and why they made this particular decision. In 2023, the Philippines made it known that the Bahamas that it was interested in entering into a labor agreement to ensure that the well-being and the protection of the Filipino workers in this country. In 2023, the article in the Manila Times on the matter explained about 2,000 Filipino workers in the Bahamas in areas such as healthcare, household services, hospitality, accounting, education, and ship repair. I keep trying to explain this to y'all. Y'all rowing. And there is some things happening around here. The article actually goes on to be able to talk about the fact that the Philippine ambassador to the U.S., Jose Manuel Ramuldes, had met with the Prime Minister Philip Ray Davis to discuss issues of mutual concern such as climate change and disaster mitigation. He says that the article further states that Ramuldes revealed in a statement, and he and Davis discussed a possible memorandum of understanding and would add a layer of protection for the Filipino workers. Yesterday, the MOA statement said that CAGDAC, which is the foreign worker in New York, met with the Minister of Labor and the Public Service Pia Glover in Riyadh in Saudi Arabia. It's important we find ourselves in this position in this country that we safeguard our future. That's it. That's it. That's the only thing that I'm getting since Trump has come back into the office. That's all I'm getting. All I'm getting is, whilst treaties are nice, whilst the concept and idea of being able to ensure that you have good relations with persons are nice, whilst it's important for you to be able to present yourself professional in these particular capacities and tap into your diplomacy, there is a necessity, a deep, unrelenting necessity that exists in our country to ensure that we are prepared for what's happening around the world. The inevitability of change and shift that is coming to this world, we have to be prepared for it. Now, if you just believe that we can drown when climate change come and all us can be underwater and we can be like another Atlantis and we can dead, then don't do nothing. That's up to you. I can tell you something. There's a prophet that said something to someone that, the Bahamas is going to, it's going to be a tsunami coming to the country and it's going to wipe out the country and something. I don't know who said this, but it came to me. And there were people being advised to purchase life jackets, life vests. Sir, if a 50-foot wall come and slam down on all us, what the hell a life vest can do for you? Only you float and find your body. If you are one of those persons that believe that there's nothing that can be done, whether that be prayer, whether that be application, whether that be focus, and you are just sitting in this kind of position and this kind of what can you do? What we could do? What we could do? And you got your hands up like that. Then whatever you get, that's good for you. Whatever you get, that on you. If you got your hands up and say, well, baby, it is what it is. That language that was introduced to our population, not because we didn't know it, with formality from the former prime minister of this country, Perry Christie. When that rung around the country and solidified that your position, be it a broken one or not, he solidified and almost glued you into a position by saying what he said. See, leaders got to know what they're pronouncing over this country. Leaders got to know the declarations that they make over this country. Leaders have to know that you sit in an apostolic position because God is going to listen to your word unless his spirit has left you. Leaders have to know that the declarations that you make over this country, not this sort of passive optimism that you just being able to slide out, which is a consensus of what you believe that people are going to say. The leaders have to know that their position in this country, and you start to be able to speak with clarity, and you speak with this determination. Leaders must know when you take an apostolic position and you speak over the country, this is what is being charged in the atmosphere. This is what the enemy hears, and this is what heaven can hear. So it is what it is. It's not a declaration for a progressive country. But since he said that, after he flipped the bird, you forget it. And it's my favorite prime minister. Well, I can tell you the truth. Brave Davis is he's a strong second. He coming up to him. It's amazing. I've been effing him my whole life, and I only like the PLP prime ministers. This is an amazing thing. It's an amazing thing. I must see like Fred Mitchell. I got to come across. Praise God, that's a different show. Y'all stop it. We have. But the declaration that Perry Christie would have made over the country, very flippant, very casual, very matter of fact, it just slid out the side of his mouth. He didn't say it with not knowing that this conviction connected, not knowing that this came out of his belly and his particular authoritative position. You see, you have to have wisdom in these positions, man. And I'm not talking about men who just wears the collar. You have to have men who are trusted and who you believe harbor and carry the word, the sentiment, the heart of God. If you care to see your country move in a particular direction. If you care to see the country move in a particular direction. This declaration that we've been being able to see made over the country has steadily placed us in this kind of a position where your mediocrity is, you could be content with it, that it's okay. That it is what it is suffices. It's sufficient. It is what it is. It is what it is. How the hell could it be what it is? If we created an environment, we can fix this. You can't just solidify it in mediocrity. You can't just keep it there. You can't just say it is what it is and expect that to be okay. Have we given up? How the hell y'all could watch people, or y'all watching these people, you know? Let me tell you something. You watching people? I'm fascinated in this country. Fascinated. I'm absolutely fascinated in this country. I can tell you that. Because the truth is that you're watching the world. You're watching TikTok, you're watching Facebook, you're watching Instagram, you're watching YouTube, you're watching movies, you're watching all these things all over the world. You are relentlessly ingesting entertainment, information all day. That's what you're doing. You are, I may be big physically from the ingesting of food over the years. But your spirit and what you've been able to consume over these years, without conviction, without faith, without a position, you're like a behemoth. You're a mammoth. And that's not a good thing. Because all this junk that you've been consuming over the years is placing you in a position where we're off course. We're off course in this country. All you've been doing is consuming information the world over. Just boom, boom, boom. They're like sliders. You just popping them in your mouth. This oh my God, new movie, boop. Oh, look at this stupid new trend, boop. All of this information, and you can't, your brains, and I'm talking to the majority of the Bahamian people who see this and slide over it, your brains cannot say to you when you look at Venezuela, because I look at Venezuela and I just don't see a bunch of people. I just don't laugh at their bow and arrow. I don't laugh at this. They know that death is inevitable. They know death's coming for them. And they're preparing themselves to die. But they can take one or two with them. That's war. They know that death is coming, and they are being prepared to stand in their conviction. And like Lyndon Pinland said, if you're not willing to fight for this country, come on, man, talk to me. They are willing to fight for their country. They're willing to fight. Even with a bow and arrow, they're willing to fight. The visuals, knowing what we know in this time, is absolutely hilarious. What the hell are these people doing? Sir, they got automatic rifles. They can shoot you from 5 miles away. They can kill you. What are you doing? That's okay. We can die, but we can die with honor. Like the Japanese. Like the samurai. We can die with honor. We can die with our name intact, and we can die with the honor to ourselves and to our ancestors. This is their mindset. You watching this happen the world over, and you have no understanding that we have to prepare ourselves. for a shift. Casually. Successive governments are ensuring that those that are living amongst us have some level and semblance of comfort, to ensure that their economic activity remains productive, progressive, and unstifled, that it has no breaks in the line. Our governments, both the FNM and the PLP, this current administration, with what we're hearing coming out of the Philippines, now this is a great opportunity. And like I said, I want to talk to Fred Mitchell a little bit more about this. The former administration was steadfast in their commitment and their purpose and their position to ensure that the Commercial Enterprise Bill created an opportunity to be able to help people. And if we couldn't help you right away, if we couldn't help you through the expedience of this particular process, we will help you right away. Yeah, no. We can let you jump the line. There's not enough information. There's not enough effort placed on ensuring that we, the people, are taken care of. I can't get an amen. The foreigner, red and yellow, black and white, they are precious in the Bahamian sight, except the red, yellow, black, and white that exist within our borders, natural citizens. Yeah. This is where we are in this country. This is where we are. You are wrapped in the idea of what entertainment, what is good for entertainment as you binge scroll, as you doom scroll, and dive into one thing after another. You're scrolling, scroll, consuming information. And when you see something like news from a global standpoint, you never even take the time to assess what's happening in the world. In 1944, as the stories go, when that bottle broke and Black Tuesday occurred, when there was a cry, a rally sound that was released, and everyone knew it's time to fight. And they stood up and they fought. They destroyed what was theirs and they fought. This was not as a result of being able to see what was happening around the world. This was not as a result of being able to know, based upon information that's coming from around the world, that rebellion exists off the shores of this particular space, in this country. Rebellion exists in that country. No. If you look historically, there were pockets of rebellion happening simultaneously because the world was charged with a sense of liberty and the idea of being able to get back to your true essence of who you are as a culture, as a people. That's when you didn't live with a relentless ingestion of garbage. We didn't live with a relentless aversion. Sort of an idea of being able to avert your eyes, turn your eyes the other way. These distractions that exist in these places. We were sovereign enough, even in colonialism. We understand our strength. We were connected with divinity enough to know it's time for a shift. And it only took one, listen to me. You all need to understand what they say. If the Burma Road riot was to happen right now, well, it wouldn't even happen right now. Somebody run on with a bunch of stupidness. Or they don't get paid. Or a couple of fellas don't get paid. PTC just put out a notice to indicate that 5 persons would have lost their job. PTC put out a notice that 5 people lost their job. You put it in the paper. We read it. The shop short and the unions came in. They solidified this. The papers indicated that, or the press statement indicated that, and they put the press statement out so you all don't freak out to think we're getting rid of everybody. No, these was 5 people. There was a sense of inconsistency in what they done. Their shop stewards know. Their unions know. This is what the issue is. No fanfare, no nothing. They gone. Bang. A little indifference. These people ready to fight. They block up the whole Paradise Island Bridge. They ready to go. Why? Why? It had nothing to do with influence and who these persons were. The atmosphere, their hearts were charged with the idea that it's time now to serve. Time now to fight. Time now to stand. And if it was not for that stand, if it was not for that fight, if it was not for that focus, if it was not for that determination, we would never had a 1964 as it relates to Lyndon Pinland finding himself in the position. We would have never had a 1973. It took a catalyst catapulting us into a position of inevitability, of change, of that time that we've been waiting for. But life has shifted its course. They understood and they learned from our past and adapted. Now, the only way, you realize that there ain't even no activists in the world now? When I say activists, let me be clear. You realize that the activists that live in the United States of America now are jokes. They're not taken serious. They got Dr. Umar Johnson on every meme, screaming out, "Black sisters forever, snow bunnies never." And that's like fun. That's a funny thing. They got Candace Owens on a rampage to be able to try to pull down the French government. They make fun of Charlie Kirk, who sought to be able to liberate America, a subsector of America, back to conviction. These activists are no more. You are a joke. You are a personality. You are an influencer like everyone else. You're not a change maker. You're not a liberator. All you are is a part of the fray. You're not the chosen. You're the identified, but not the chosen. Even if they are the chosen, it's hard to tell because so many people are inebriated. So many people are intoxicated. So many people have ingested this commercialism, this capitalism outside of America who live in this space. They can't tell they're behind from their elbow. Get to this point now, you want to talk about liberty, liberalization, this kind of a concept of being able to fight. Who the hell are you talking to? When you come here and tell us to fight, you're looking for a job. You're looking for a position and be able to get yourself back in power or to get in power. Fight for who, y'all? And as soon as you get comfortable in your position where you don't want nothing to do with us no more, fight for who? Vote for who? For y'all? And y'all don't check for us? This is where we are in this country, man. This is where we are in this country. This is where we are in this country now. Mama got, Papa got, God bless the child who has his own. No unity, no family, no community, no connection, no being able to intertwine, no cohesion, no growth. Subsectors peppered throughout our society of people who try and independently. And I said to my wife last night, I said, I really need a team. I need a good, strong team. I need people who are impassioned and quite capable. I can stand on their own and I don't have to hold their hands. I need that. I need that. Because when I'm doing this, and this, they could be doing their jobs. I got 5 things to do. I have no time. I need it, but I need it. But I just don't have the time. When I finish with this, I roll into something else. When I finish with that, I roll into something else. And this happens from 6 a.m. in the day. Boom, 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 boom. We could get so much further with unification, with clasping our hands with our brothers and sisters, with uniting our hearts, with being able to help each other get to their goals. We got to be able to hit it and do better than this. We got to be able to hit it and do better than this. Because this ain't cutting it. Let's talk, guys. We're going to take this quick commercial break and be right back after this.
Well, any girl want come test this stiff brick, send them come. Lord of mercy, hear me now. I miss a big body girl, no wine and go down. Wine and go down, wine and go down. I say all road boys make me hear on no sound. Hear on no sound, hear on no sound. Miss a big body girl, no wine and go down. Wine and go down, wine and go down. I say all road boys make me hear on no sound. Hear on no sound, hear on no sound. I just me come soup on me 5 finger teeth. Me any girl we want come climb on me tree. I just me come soup on me 5 finger teeth. Say all of the girl them want SPG. Under me Guinness and me peanut grain, gin and coconut they in me brain. Girl want fi sample me sweet sugar cane. She want it hard and stiff in the falling rain. She don't want the slam if the slam too tame. She can't take Jimmy and she don't want win. She want fly high like the Concorde plane. Now me in her life so she can't complain. I just me come soup on me 5
Nassau, Bahamas, Alpha Sounds Promotions is celebrating 25 years of greatness.
Yes, 25 years of love and unity in the Bahamas.
And coming to celebrate with us is none other than Kes the Band.
Just the bad, make 'em put up their hands.
Yes, Kes the Band.
Alongside Beijing sensation, Ruby. Our very own Nishi LS.
Fanshawn,
Wendy.
Lady E,
Sweet Emily.
Veronica Bishop,
Ancient Man.
Julian Believe, and the Pawn Band.
And many more. Hosted by Natural Empress and yours truly, Giselle the Wassy One.
Saturday, November 8th at Breezes Grounds, Cable Beach. Gates open at 7 p.m.
Early bird tickets are just $75. VIP access for $150 with an open bar.
Get your tickets now online at BahamasAtickets.com, or you can get them at Big Boys Cafe, Plantation Bar and Grill, and Tropics on the Bay. Alpha Sounds, 25 years of greatness.
For more information, call 822-6863.
Saturday, November 8th. Miss it? You matter what.
When I'm feeling under the weather, you just make me feel sweet.
Grandpa is a Bahamian industrialist. We got 3 coca plum factory, 4 juju cannery. We just bottle tamarind and dilly from the orchard. And I won't talk about the pigeon plum plantation.
What? I didn't know y'all had industry down here in the Bahamas. I thought it was only tourism.
Child, is plenty things what you ain't know. But just stick with me and I gonna learn you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Oh, did I eat up all the food? Did I drink down all the rum sweet? We can scrape it dance all night long to the sounds of the ancient man. Now you done blow your candle, you done look on all your gift. We done sing a happy birthday and you done make a birthday wish. While my mind asking a question, Lord, I wonder who it will be. You give your first piece of birthday cake too. Oh Lord, my God, I pray that it's me. Oh, did I need all the food and did I drink on the rum sweet? We can scrape it dance all night long to the sounds of the ancient man. Now you done blowed your candle, you done look on all your gift. We done sing a happy birthday and you done made your birthday wish. You know I was like your buddy, closer greater than your best friend. I've been with you through the hurricane. Damn it, I'll be here when your party ends. Oh, did I need all the food and did I drink on the rum sweet? We can scrape it dance all night long to the sounds of the ancient man. Now you done blowed your candle, you done look on all your gift. We done sing a happy birthday and you done made your birthday wish. Each day I told you by home from school, climb the highest tree just to pick mine go for you. Gave you my jacket when you said you was cool. Even took the blame for you one time I got schooled. Oh, did I need all the food and did I drink down the rum sweet? We can scrape it dance all night long to the sounds of the ancient man. Now you done blowed your candle, you done look on all your gift.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Happy birthday, Demetrius Smith. I pray that the Father continues to be able to bless you, to watch over you, to pour into you with grace and mercy, to be able to hold your hand during this time, man. I know that this is a difficult time that you have of being able to kind of wrestle with the issues that you're going through. But I pray that the Father blesses you, that He keeps you, and that you are afforded an opportunity to be able to move with Him in that stead. And so I keep praying for you. I just hope that you're well. Guys, it's a beautiful day. We're going to be able to talk about some things. There's something that is always near and dear to my heart. Politics. You know that. You know that. Politics. I got to talk a little taste about politics. In the paper today, in the Guardian newspaper, Pintard continues to push for an early general election. This is what he said. Let's read this little piece of story. And then we go to A5. So it goes and it actually reads to us. Boy, let me tell you something. Let me just tell you something. Let me tell you something. Perception in this space is reality. Perception in this space is reality. And Grammy said, the fire ain't far from the smoke. With clarity. Let's read a little taste of this and see exactly where we're going. Continuing to push for the government to call an early election, Free National Movement leader Michael Pintard yesterday claimed that the Davis administration prefers a by-election due to a track record of unsatisfactory governance. What? Due to a track record of unsatisfactory governance. What? Every dollar this government spends on politics is a dollar taken from families struggling to buy groceries. This is a flippin' stretch. I don't think you should be in the papers. I don't think you be. What the flip are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about? Let's read this story. Yeah? Let's read this story. All right, let's go. Give me some background music, please. Give me some of that. Give me some of that. I want violence. I want violence. I gotta read it with violence. Give me some violence. Right? I need for just 50 cents a day, you can feed a child. I need some of that music. I need some of that. It just takes about 30 cents a day to feed a child. I need some of that. And as soon as you get it, you tell me. I can listen. Because this will make no sense. I can listen. I can listen to see. I'm going to read this. I am going to read this. Just for 50 cents. For 50 cents a day, you can feed a child. Let's read it. You find it yet? Let me find some, because he's taking too long. Yeah. I know. I'm not gonna fight you. I can find some because I won't talk, but this. Okay, let's find the next one. Let's go. Let's go. We can go to YouTube and we can look for. Okay. He won't mix it properly. Okay, so we can talk about this, but I got to be able to emphasize it with what we're saying, right? So, violin music to be able to tell a sob story. Where are we? Hold on. A violin instrumental. We need that. We need the violin. I can't do this without the violins, guys. I got to be able to get the violins, right? We need the violins.
Make sure you connect it to this. I don't see connected.
Oh, I'm not connected. Okay, hold on. We need the violins. Hold up. Let's get it. All right, hold on. Violins instrumental to tell a sob story.
Violins instrumental to
every dollar this government spends on politics is a dollar taken away from a family struggling to buy groceries, pay light bills, or keep a roof over their heads. The people deserve a say. Ring the bell and let the Bahamians decide who they can trust to move this country forward. I had to read it like that. I had to read it like that because the $17 million that y'all ain't finding yet. The $17 million associated with the drones that we ain't seen nowhere around. The drones that after I've spoken to these particular persons said that they're right there and no one executing it. The monies that you would have spent in those particular areas. See, listen to me. If you live in a glass house, don't throw stones. You are part of an administration that the people eradicated after being able to come in such a manner where you swept. You had 4 people in the House of Assembly, 2017 to 21. 4 official opposition persons in the House of Assembly, 2020 to 21. 2017 to 21. 4. This was the mammoth victory under the Free National Movement. Now, we're not here whipping former Prime Minister Minnis to death. We're not whipping him and saying that, he doesn't deserve the light of day. In fact, more persons are, they gravitate towards him for what the Free National Movement under your leadership, Michael Pintard, has done to him, has done to a former leader. As you forget that you sit in the capacity of leader and potentially with the capacity of being able to move to Prime Minister of this country. You wouldn't want nobody to do these things to you, but you're doing it to Minnis. You're doing it to Minnis. You reject him, you deny him, you castigate him. This is a unceremonious circumcision. You don't want nothing to do with him. Nothing. But you were part of his administration. For you to be able to rise to a position of minister in this country, it was under his administration. The opportunities that you've been able to serve at the pleasure of the Prime Minister, it was under his administration. And now, even though he was a part of the grouping, because I don't hear you saying nothing about the policies that shook the very bedrock of the Bahamian societies when implemented by Hubert Ingram. You ain't saying that, madam. But my God, you put into task the things that you are a part of. And the $17 million associated with it, I don't understand these things. Every dollar that the Bahamian government spent, every dollar. Every dollar that they spend on politics, it's taken from families struggling to buy groceries, to pay light bills, or to keep a roof over their heads. What is the expectation in this country? Are we going to be able to move towards socialism? Are we going to be a social state? Is this the expectation? Is the objective, the desire, the focus, the overarching course, the dream that we have is socialism? Are we rejecting the concept and idea of capitalism? Are we pushing that aside? It's capitalism. Anyway, but that. We need to feed everybody, but this PLP government doing everything. And then when you get in, the first thing you do is take care of the foreigners. There's not one administration that we can be able to point to over the past 40 years that was led by the Free National Movement that was able to empower the Bahamian people directly. That the objective and the core concept and focus of being able to ensure that they can be able to do the proverbial heavy lifting for the Bahamian people was instituted by the Free National Movement. Not one I can remember. Okay? If it was either affiliated based upon the responsibility of being able to do this based upon what external entities told you that you should do, whether that be the IMF, the World Bank, whether that be whoever these particular persons were, if you're looking for something from them and they say, okay, we'll make some modifications like this and then we'll come check you out. These things were done by the Free National Movement. This concept and idea of being able to call the Free National Movement the foreign national movement is not haphazard. It's not a casual thing. It's not just being able to put these spokes in your head. The organization has empowered a great deal of organizations and individuals from an external standpoint. And to come in here when you're a part of an administration and the only thing that you could have been able to talk to us about is backyard farming. An administration was giving people eggplant and tuna. And then telling us that they spend $1 million a week. A week. To be able to deal with this. I do not understand. I do not understand. I do not understand. I will never fight. This is Howard Grant. This is Howard Grant. This is Howard Grant. Be clear. If I was a part of the Minnis administration last time, and I saw the kind of cut behind that Minnis and his administration would have gotten, and to be able to retain 7 persons, Adrian Gibson, F&M seat, Long Island. Adrian White, F&M seat, St. Anne's. Marco City, work his behind off to keep that particular position, Michael Pintard. St. Barnabas felt the obligation to be able to, and the gratitude to show Shannon Cartwright that they're grateful for him to being in this position for what he would have done when he was in the position of leadership. St. Barnabas, they kept him. Hello. East Grand Bahama, come hell or high water, F&M. Literally, high water. And oil spills and slick and all these things under the F&M administration, and they go and put him right back in F&M. Central Grand Bahama. You ain't got to say nothing much. F&M. That's 6. That's 6 of them. And Kalani, former prime minister, F&M. 7. 7. Only 2 seats you were able to retain. Well, 3. Inclusive of Kalani. That's all you was able to retain. The Bahamian people wipe you clean. Whoosh, you was gone. If it was Howard Grant, like I just called me Harvard, if it was me, I wouldn't say a damn thing about Minnis administration. In fact, when they start to cut my behind with that, I acknowledge that, but it's important that you recognize that I have a team, and this team is quite capable. We have a vision for the future, and this is our vision. Bop, bop, bop. I would never put myself, especially if I just serve, and I only get in on the skin of my teeth. Why you even open the door for people to tell you about $17 million and your candidate, who was associated with that, running and ratified? Did you ratify it? I think you ratified it. For Mount Moriah. I got a problem with him and a problem with you. But your language to the Bahamian people. See, you're no different than the COI. Your campaign sucks. I can tell you this, and I'm going to be honest with you. I'll tell you from my heart. Your campaign and the approach that you're taking in this election cycle is like a rookie. Your whole campaign. You all over the place trying to touch and see and feel what will work. You all over the place doing that. You're not steadfast, you're not focused, and you're not doubling down. You all over the place. You try this, and if they don't immediately take to this, you try something else. You don't even go try this twice. This language that you're using is not the language of an affirmed organization that has been established in this country over 50 years. You're not there. You're not in this particular capacity. Let's shoot straight with clarity. Let's shoot straight. I'm waiting to hear from you. I am. I'm waiting to hear from you. Listen to this language, man. Every dollar that this government spends on politics is a dollar taken from the families struggling to buy groceries. The same families under the FNM administration closed down people's business when they shifted the road. And they shifted the direction of the road. Hubert Ingram caused people's business to shut down in this country. You take away legacy from the people and all. You take away legacy and ownership from people. And you can tell me, but money spent on politics. Y'all got to stop. But y'all think we don't live here? We live right here with you. We live right here. You think we stupid? We can just take what you say and just be able to consume that? You take away people's legacy. Their businesses, what they wanted to give to their children, what they could send to their children to empower, that they didn't have to be an heir, a ward of the state. You want them to be a ward of the friggin' state. You will have a conversation about how all of us need to go to damn social services when the FNM put us in a position where we don't even have our friggin' business no more. I don't understand y'all. I don't understand you, man. Who's sitting around you all having a conversation with you? Who? Y'all see how impassioned I get about these people? I swear to God. I don't know why. I just get so impassioned about this. Because they blind, man. Like they blind. We could sit down and talk about the PLP and chop them up all day and say that they have to do more for the small people. They have to do more for the poor people. Poor people will call and say, this is what the PLP has to do for me. The PLP is sitting down right now having an adjudicating and being able to have a conversation with the Grand Bahama Port Authority to be able to find themselves out of the issues that has plagued the country for a long time. Grand Bahama. Like it, lump it, or however you feel about it, the PLP has tried to be able to deliberate, and it's deliberating and found someone to be able to ensure that they pump $827 million into Grand Bahama as it relates to the development or the redevelopment of the Grand Lucayan Hotel. After the government have purchased the hotel for $60 million and paid $1 million a month, just to be able to retain this thing for years. And they did nothing with it. Nothing. You didn't do a damn thing with it. Nothing. And you can tell us about every dollar spent. Listen, I could do this all day, you know. The Free National Movement purchased the airport for $1. And now they rowing the PLP about what they can do. The Free National Movement during Menace's tenure created a section, and the section was called the delivery unit or the deliverables unit. Their responsibility, their sole responsibility within this unit was to go back and identify what this administration or their administration would have said to the Bahamian people and create legislation, avenues to be able to execute that thing, whatever this thing was. This was the delivery unit. I wanted to be a part of that unit. I wanted to, right? I didn't make it like an effort and give a resume and all these kind of things like that, right? But yes, yeah, boy, this is a good unit. I'd like to be a part of that. The idea of being able to backtrack, identify, create legislations, create an opportunity, and execute accordingly is an amazing thing to me. It's an amazing thing. Not a damn thing coming to the delivery unit. Nothing. Every Tuesday, Michael Pintard had the responsibility of being able to gather with his colleagues in the ministry to be able to discuss matters pertaining to the country for forward movement. Every Tuesday. Every Tuesday. Cabinet meeting. Michael Pintard sat in those meetings. And before Dwayne Zans got fired, he was in some of those meetings. And now you're going to tell me, after you would have wasted $1 million a month, purchased a hotel for $60 million, you couldn't find a buyer. People would come to Grand Bahama and reject the idea. You've done nothing to be able to hold the Port Authority to account to ensure that these particular things that existed in thought, in word, in contractual deed, that they applied themselves and get back to the spirit of growth and development in Grand Bahama, with a minister, a governor general, and a deputy prime minister in Grand Bahama. You all couldn't get it done. You created an entire new subsection, a ministry called the Ministry of Grand Bahama. And nothing come out of that. Nothing. And you can sit in the paper today. Like you think we forget, man. You have to go to your senior men and vet these things before you come out here and talk stupidness to people for me to read this garbage, man. I'm reading garbage from you. You could do better than this, Michael Pintard. You are a playwright. You got to know these things, and you got to remember the last story. Either it can be a continuation, or you can be able to ensure that you could put something in place that somebody's imagination could be tantalized in another manner. You keep saying the same thing, like a synonym. And you expect us to regurgitate, and it's just, for me, it's just peculiar, man. It's just peculiar. You know, I mean, everybody has their organizations. Everybody has their favorites. Everybody has their favorites. No problem with that. Everybody has his favorites. Let's look at this. In this file photo, mother sicket. Mother sicket. If your skirt ain't showing like that, if you don't think we could see your slip, the PLP had an actual event last evening. Mother flip. Mother sick. I feel like spitting. I get so angry. The PLP had an actual event last night. An actual event. The Prime Minister's in there. Be ready. When the time comes, you will hear from me. This is the Prime Minister at the front of the page. Right under that, the Free National Movement. Then you tear it open and they show you, for the purposes of comparison, for the purposes of being able to sell papers, for the purposes of being able to plant something in your brains, of the contrast that exists between the rally's size for the PLP and the FNM. Because if you look at this, and I can tell you the mechanics that is our work. If you look at this and look at the tight charts associated with the PLP, oh God, I just want to be decent with this. I don't want to be indecent with it. I just want to be decent with it. I'm trying to be decent with it. If you look at these tight charts associated with the PLP, come on, somebody hit me up and let's have a good conversation. These tight charts associated with the PLP, and then this file photo from 1996, what it could have been. This had to have been a rally file photo for the Free National Movement. A large crowd of supporters blanket the Queen's Elizabeth Sports Stadium during the Free National Movement's rally. When? Last night? When the PLP was having their rally? They had a rally also? I'm so sick of you all, man. Thank you, Jesus Christ Almighty. Father, hallelujah. that I don't have to be dealing with foolishness. I told you, as soon as the flag of integrity is rejected, is left and let go, I got to move on. And God didn't allow me to make me a liar. He moved me. Because this is not conviction. This is not integrity. This is not transparency. This is garbage. All of this. Placating. Designing a particular program to be able to deal with your emotions. That is not what the Free National Movement does. That is not the history of the organization. They never dealt with your emotion. They always dealt with facts and the issues that we can be able to rectify and identify the fact that we could make modifications to ensure that we could fortify this particular legislation, that legislation, and afford opportunities for more persons. That's what the Free National Movement was about. Never seeking to be able to pull on the strings of your emotion. That's what the COI is doing. They need to tell you, look at all these Haitians. It's the COI. Oh, they're coming to take over. What the hell is he talking about? Oh, well, you don't know. You vote for us, we can get rid of them. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And the same mouth you use, you can say it's more them than us. Vote for us, we can get rid of you. Who the ones can vote for you? Who voted for you? You talking to the same people you condemning. Everybody playing with their emotions. Somebody just sent a text. Says, but Howard, let's see if we can read a couple of these texts before we get out of here. What time is it? So it says, we got a couple of these. It says, will the pre-recordings be posted on YouTube? Yes. It says, but isn't the unemployment numbers up? Oh, unemployment numbers for Bahamians natives are up by 10.8%, but unemployment numbers for foreigners is at an all-time low. But you can't be a foreigner in our country and get a job, unless you're illegal. You can't be a foreigner living unless you're on vacation. That means you're a tourist. So we don't have no unemployment numbers for foreigners as it relates to the matriculation between, the fluctuation between up and down. If you're a foreigner and you're in our country, you need to be able to be employed to be here. That's just what it is. All right. So it goes on to talk about these things. It says, so only the wealthy and the political class will be going to the Philippines to work. So the bill only benefits those with means. The Philippines ain't no place. It's maybe a nice place to visit, but as in terms of occupation, I don't think the wealthy, quote unquote, will be going to be able to trade labor. I don't think so. So blatantly being sold up the river from 1967 to present day. It says Printout sounds like he and his party broke and can contest the by-election. I don't think that's what it is. The FNMs will find funds to contest the general election. I don't think that's what it is. Okay, there are some people in the organization that have benefited royally from the FNM's ruleship. There are some people in the organization that have benefited royally, stupendously, tremendously. And they have an obligation to ensure, they don't have this is an internal obligation that they identify amongst themselves. I've done this for you. We need you to do this for us. And you always invest forward because you know that you can get a return on investment in the event that the Free National Movement finds itself in the position of leadership. And then, boom, you get a nice little contract for $1 million a month for a relic of a building. Anyway, it says, boy, how would you so fool? I was playing the music, the little violin. Boy, how would you so fool? I can't understand how he and Sands treat Minnie the way that they do when they sat in the same cabinet. I don't understand that either. I just don't understand that. I don't understand that. I don't understand how. After Dwayne Sands was the deputy for Loretta, who found herself in the position where she was deflecting almost, and being able to find herself detaching from the formality and traditional structure of the Free National Movement by being able to introduce this star. And Peter Turnquest came to the stage and readily denounced this particular posture and position. Dwayne Sands walked into that convention as her deputy. And he left her up there, standing by herself. I mean, that should show you the type of man that he is. When you sit for weeks and talk about this concept and idea and this and that and all these things like that, and we sit down and talk about these things, and and the night, the jam, to stand still with me, to stand firm with me, you leave me hanging. And then his agent, it could be his agent. His agent stood on his behalf and pleaded. Is it pled or pleaded? With the powers that be. And said, man, give him a chance, man. Give him a chance. Give him a chance. And they gave him a chance. This is failure after failure after failure. Politically. Political failure after failure Dwayne Sands has fell into. He don't even have political integrity. And I can't even say it's political. It's just integrity. It's just integrity. If you stand with me, we're supposed to ride or die together. You let Loretta die on the damn line by herself. They still give you a chance. And after you get the chance, you still flipping fail as a minister. And you can run when you tell us again what to do and how to do it. I don't care. This is Howard. They can get mad at you. You're criticizing their leader. What the leader said is stupid. It's dumb. It doesn't make any sense politically or otherwise. You haven't assessed your position and your past. You haven't. You haven't been able to identify the fact that you are no spring chicken here. You're no Mother Teresa here. You were a part of this. You were a part of this. You sat in your meeting Tuesdays, and whenever the hell they call it, and other than that, you sat in there. You participated in this. You served at the pleasure of the Prime Minister. You didn't identify what he did and say, I don't want to be a part of this, and deflect it. You didn't identify what he did and separated yourself. You served and served and served, and then you probably cuss him for calling an early election. You were a part of it. All the foolishness that Hubert Ingram has done in this country for us to be able to identify and to be able to condemn, you ain't no one in the FNM ever mentioned anything of this. Anything. One of his most recent blunders is his relentless desire to keep pushing Dwayne Sands forward politically. And you all keep dealing with this. And you don't want me to criticize you. I don't have no affiliation with you. You don't give me no money. I ain't ask you for nothing. I don't want nothing from you. I ain't beg you for nothing. Nothing. I hear. Not from a dime from FNM money. I work it. And I grow it. Every day. Every day. And I honor God for that. Because who God bless? No man curse. You could curse me, you could cuss me, but you can't curse me. Cuss me. I'm looking at this. And this don't make sense to me. But who am I? Other than the girls them sugar. Let's be decent. She says, Howard, I said the same thing when that rally was. He says, but Howard, you also have to point out that they still have the ratified candidate, or to ratify the candidate from the Free National Movement in Carmichael, still waiting for the paper. It's a biased paper company. Well, it's heavy to call it a biased paper company. The paper is 180 years old. 188 years old. The country is 52 years old. The paper is 188 years old. The country, in terms of its independence, is 52 years old. Let's just do this as regular maths. This is regular maths. The establishment is rooted and grounded in something that's deeper than the introduction of the independence in this country. The establishment supersedes that. And so their commitment to the heirs, successors, and allies of not this country, whoever your majesty is, this is where the allegiance lies. The Tribune is 150 some years old. Their allegiance doesn't lie within the community. Y'all community people, y'all just don't buy local papers. Losses Brokers, them had a paper out one time, and then I think somebody else had another paper out. I think Hubert Ingram had a paper out called The Beacon and stuff like that. Like, y'all don't support local. You support the Punch, though. Oh, God. I need to see who to go with who, and who like who, and who is a sissy. That's what y'all want to see. But when people come up with sound information, you should be ashamed of yourself. That you take $1 and you invest in these particular persons, but you wouldn't invest in anything local. I mean, if you've ever thought about that. I don't want to condemn you. Maybe you've never thought about that. You expecting these papers to do what you wanted to do. This paper, its core is not community. Its core surpasses the community and reaches out into another space. Who knows? I don't know where the space is. And we can't be mad about that. We've helped establish it for 180 some years. I'm just hoping that I get even a tenth of that time of establishment in this country. I am. I'm hoping that you support me. I'm accessible to you. How would that article that you write was garbage? How would maybe you should write an article about this, this, and this? I'm accessible to you. This is your stuff. And we cannot be shut down by these things. Anyway, guys, that's the show today. I want to thank you guys so much for being able to tune in with us. And thank you so much for being able to listen into my relentless rant about the malarkey that I see coming out of the Free National Movement and being able to identify those things. And the reason is because I believe that Michael Pintard is seeking to be able to find a footing as it relates to really being able to reposition the Free National Movement for a party for the people. I think he's trying. But I don't think that whoever's advising him, maybe he's doing it off his own volition. This is not it. I don't read the paper. I don't read words and just hear words. You can't say these things without an attachment of conviction and truth. There's no truth. There's no truth. There may be facts, but there's no truth. The people tell me the difference between honesty and transparency. This may be honest, but it's not transparent. Because transparency provides you the truth behind the stories. And this wasn't transparent. This may have been honest, but it's not transparent. We're looking for transparency in government. We're looking to be able to apply truth and righteousness. Guys, going to be able to see a recording tomorrow. God spare our lives. Remember I told you that Belinda's going to be on with us tomorrow. And on Thursday, we should have Michael Halkitis. All right. So I'll see you guys live on Friday. God spare our lives. Have a beautiful day, guys. We're going to see you on, we'll see you tomorrow, but I'll see you live on Friday. Have a great day.
Nassau, Bahamas, Alpha Sounds Promotions is celebrating 25 years of greatness.
Yes, 25 years of love and unity in the Bahamas.
And coming to celebrate with us is none other than Kes the Band.
Yes, the band, we can put up the hand.
Yes, Kes the Band.
Alongside Beijing sensation, Ruby. Our very own Nishi LS.
Franshawn.
Wendy.
Lady E.
Sweet Emily.
Veronica Bishop.
Ancient Man.
Julian Believe and the Pawn Band.
And many more. Hosted by Natural Empress and yours truly, Giselle the Wassy One.
Saturday, November 8th at Breezes Grounds, Cable Beach. Gates open at 7 p.m.
Early bird tickets are just $75. VIP access for $150 with an open bar.
Get your tickets now online at BahamasAtickets.com, or you can get them at Big Boys Cafe, Plantation Bar and Grill, and Tropics on the Bay. Alpha Sounds, 25 years